Monsties, imagine just having debuted not even a full year officially in this incredibly ruthless industry, but your name is already being mentioned alongside legends like Blackpink Jennie and Red Velvet Seulgi. Is this merely luck, or are we witnessing the birth of a true monster in the industry? The K-pop world was recently shaken by a list released by prominent media outlets, and guess whose name is clearly displayed there? Yes, it is BABYMONSTER Ahyeon, but this is not just any ordinary visual list. We are talking about the highest caste in the idol world, which is the ace level. Netizens on X are in a frenzy, and Korean forums are in chaos discussing this. Ahyeon is being described as an idol who debuted at her peak with almost zero weaknesses. Her singing high notes pierce through everything. The article mentions she has a penetrating high note, meaning her voice is sharp, stable, and has incredible power. When she performs live, her voice remains as clear and stable as a studio recording. Then there is the dancing. If you look at her performances on music shows, her movements are incredibly explosive. She doesn't just memorize choreography, she has her own groove. Every movement has feeling and emotion. She can be very fierce, but at the same time remain elegant. That is why she is said to have a stage presence that goes far beyond her years. And don't forget her rapping. In a group filled with talented rappers like Asa and Ruka, Ahyeon still manages to stand out. Her flow is unique, her articulation is clear, and she has a sense of self-confidence that makes the audience feel her energy. She's truly the definition of an ace-grade K-pop idol. Honestly, watching Ahyeon is like seeing a combination of pure talent and extraordinary hard work. She's not just a visual or a vocal, she's the total package. Many trainees out there might need years to gain that kind of confidence, but Ahyeon seems as if she was simply born for the stage. The term debuting at her peak is actually a double-edged sword. On one hand, it's the highest form of praise. On the other, it creates massive expectations. But for Ahyeon, she seems to enjoy that pressure. She sets a very high standard for other monster rookies. In this fifth-generation era, the competition is intense. There are many great groups debuting almost at the same time. However, Ahyeon's name always appears at the top of the discussions. The media calls her a figure who sets the benchmark for new idols. If you want to be called an ace, you must at least be on Ahyeon level. Imagine how difficult that is. Many fans in international forums say that Ahyeon has main character energy. Wherever she stands, eyes are automatically drawn to her. Her charisma is radiating. When she steps onto the stage, the entire atmosphere changes. That is what you call star quality. What is even more impressive is that even though she is highly praised, the other members of BABYMONSTER remain very supportive. This shows that Ahyeon is not only an ace on stage, but she is also an important part of her group dynamics. She doesn't just shine alone, she helps her group shine brighter. Ahyeon is indeed in a different class. Being recognized by the media as one of the top 7 aces alongside seniors at such a young age is a massive achievement. She proves that age is just a number, but talent and hard work are everything. Now the question goes to the fans and K-pop lovers. Do you think the title Ace is already appropriate to be pinned on Ahyeon now, or do you think she still has room to grow even further? And how many of you predicted that Ahyeon would become this big since the days of the survival shows? Write your thoughts in the comment section because it's interesting to read the theories and opinions about this standout idol. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the latest K-pop news, don't forget to like and share this video. Most importantly, subscribe and turn on the notification bell. Do not miss the most updated and most discussed news about the K-pop world here. Thank you for watching until the end. See you in the next video. Stay updated and keep supporting your favorite idols.
To understand why the media has placed Ahyeon in such an elite category, we have to look at the legendary figures she is being compared to in this list. The article mentions icons like Jennie from Blackpink and Winter from aespa. When we look at Jennie, we see the blueprint for the modern K-pop ace. Jennie revolutionized the idea of an idol who could dominate both the high fashion world and the gritty rap scenes while maintaining a powerful vocal presence. By placing Ahyeon in this same conversation, the media is suggesting that Ahyeon possesses that same rare DNA. It is not just about being able to do everything, it is about doing everything with a specific type of expensive and effortless charisma. Netizens have pointed out that Ahyeon's transition from a fierce rap verse to a melodic chorus is seamless, mirroring the versatility that made Jennie a global superstar. Furthermore, the comparison to Winter from aespa highlights the technical vocal prowess that Ahyeon brings to the table. Winter is widely regarded as one of the best vocalists of the fourth generation, known for her sharp and clean delivery. The fact that media outlets are now analyzing Ahyeon's vocal stability in the same breath shows that her training has been rigorous and successful. In the article, it is mentioned that Ahyeon's high notes are penetrating. This is a technical term used to describe a voice that can cut through a heavy instrumental track without losing its pitch or clarity. In many live performances, especially during the promotions for Sheesh, Ahyeon proved that she does not rely on backing tracks. Her live vocals are often so stable that they are indistinguishable from the digital recording, which is a hallmark of an ace-level performer. Moving on to the dance aspect, the list also includes Seulgi from Red Velvet, who is often cited as the gold standard for female dancers in K-pop. Seulgi is known for her clean lines and the way she controls her power. Ahyeon, while still a rookie, shows a similar level of body control, but adds a certain raw energy that is characteristic of the BABYMONSTER brand. Her dancing is described as explosive, which fits perfectly with the hip-hop roots of YG Entertainment. However, what makes her stand out from a typical hip-hop dancer is her ability to maintain a mature and confident stage presence. She does not just perform the moves, she tells a story through her facial expressions and the intensity of her gaze. This level of theatricality is usually something that idols develop after years of touring, yet Ahyeon has displayed it since her very first music show appearance. The article also touches upon a very interesting point regarding her age. It says her stage presence is completely beyond her years. This is a crucial observation because the K-pop industry is currently saturated with very young idols, but not all of them possess the mental maturity to handle the center position of a major group. Ahyeon carries herself with the dignity of a veteran. Whether she is being interviewed or performing in front of thousands of people, she never looks overwhelmed. This psychological strength is part of what makes an ace. It is the ability to stay composed under the bright lights and deliver a perfect performance every single time. This reliability is why producers and companies feel comfortable building a group's identity around her. The impact of Ahyeon being labeled as a representative of the fifth generation cannot be overstated. We are currently in a transition period where the industry is looking for the next big leaders. By being identified as one of the most powerful ace representatives among the new generation, Ahyeon is essentially being crowned as a future queen of K-pop. This puts her in a position of great influence. Other trainees and rookies are looking at her performances as a textbook example of how to execute a perfect debut. The term monster rookie was created for idols like her, but she has arguably moved past that label into the territory of a monster professional. However, being an ace also means being a team player. If you look at the synergy within BABYMONSTER, Ahyeon does not overshadow her members in a way that feels disjointed. Instead, her high energy acts as a catalyst that raises the performance level of the entire group. When she hits a high note or executes a difficult dance break, it creates a momentum that the other members pick up on. This is the true definition of a balanced idol. She has the individual skill to go solo, but she has the group awareness to make BABYMONSTER a formidable force in the industry. The media's recognition of her as a top 7 ace is a testament to this balance. As we look toward the future, the expectations will only continue to rise. Being an ace is not a static title, it is something that must be maintained. But if her debut is any indication, Ahyeon is only just getting started. She has already mastered the basics of singing, dancing, and rapping to a degree that most struggle to achieve in a lifetime. The next step for her will be song production and creative direction, which would solidify her status as an all-time great. For now, we can only watch in awe as she continues to break records and set new benchmarks for what it means to be a K-pop idol in 2026. The era of the ace is here, and Ahyeon is leading the charge.